There's one dream about Planet X. There's one dream about the Pope of Rome. And there's one dream about Palestine. The first number in this piece is the number 1. This piece is called Section 2, 1 Planet X Dream, or S2, 1 PXD. In the month of August 6, 2008, I recorded this dream in my dream book. Today I dreamt that I was once again at Asher Street, and I was in my brother's room. I looked out of my brother's window. It was nighttime, and lo and behold, there stood 3 strange objects in the sky. These objects, which hovered in the air, looked like planets. These things were very close to each other. There was a red-like planet that stood beside a small moon-like planet, and this moon-like planet also stood beside a smaller white planet. Then I woke up. The next number in this piece is the number 2. This piece is called Section 2, 1 Palestine Dream, or S2, 1 PAD. In the month of June 14, 2008, I recorded this dream in my dream book. In this dream, I heard someone say to me that the state of Palestine had taken place because Israel had been divided. The next and last number in this piece is the number 3. This piece is called Section 2, 1 Pope Dream, S2, 1 POD. In the month of January 21st, 2009, I recorded this dream in my dream book. I dreamt that I floated over an alley somewhere in Rome, and I seen everything in crimson red. Then I heard the voices of men. I heard these voices say repeatedly, "We have a new pope." Then I thought to myself, Pope Benedict was only in office for a short time. Then I heard another voice behind me calmly said, "This third pope is the fourth prophet the book of Revelation has spoken about." The next letter in this section is the letter S. This is Section 2, letter S. There's 4 dreams in this piece that begins with the letter S. This piece is about subways. The first number in this piece is the number 1. This piece is called Section 2, 1 Subway Dream, or S2, 1 SD. In the month of August 22nd, 2007, I recorded this dream in my dream book. Karen and I were in a room. Then we left this room so we could enter a subway station. Later, Karen and I exited out onto the streets from the Utica Avenue train station. Then immediately we seen people outside the station. These people we seen appeared to me to be cops dressed in plain clothing. Then I began to sense that some of these people around the subway entrance were also detectives. Then I accidentally bumped into one of these individuals whom I suspected to be a detective. This person I bumped into then quickly moved me from out of his way because there were 3 herds of elephants that charged towards his direction. And then the next thing I seen in this dream were men underneath these elephants. The men I seen underneath these elephants reminded me of the men one will see dancing underneath a fake dragon during a Chinese New Year celebration. Next, I recall I found myself inside a museum with the same elephants who almost ran over the person I accidentally bumped into in this dream earlier. And then these elephants lifted up their trunks simultaneously, and they blown out a powerful trumpet sound. The sound wave which emanated from their trunks was strong enough to cause a small earthquake inside this museum. These great creatures had blown a trumpet sound 3 times. Then the next thing that took place in this dream was that Karen and I began to walk across a bridge. And then we seen white women and black women on this bridge. And these females were a few feet ahead of us. These women on the bridge took off their rings, and then I seen Karen take off a pinky ring. While Karen and I were now on this low-level bridge, I looked over this bridge, and then I seen a small group of black men walk over several dead bodies. The last thing I remember about this dream was that Karen and I had gone inside a hotel. The next number in this piece is the number 2. This piece is called S2 2SD. In the month of September 25th, 2007, I recorded this dream in my dream book. I was inside a subway station alone, and I walked around the station. I looked earnestly for the J train, but I continued to run into the Z train. Afterward, I placed myself inside one of the subway's tunnels, and Then I ran into a Muslim man I'd seen before. And then a ladder appeared before me. This ladder led up out of the subway station. I climbed the ladder, and instead of coming out onto the streets, I emerged upon a roof. This roof I emerged upon was connected to other roofs which looked like the roofs of homes on my block. I noticed I was not on the roof of my house, but instead I was on one of my neighbor's roof. Then I noticed white stuff on the roofs of these homes. The white stuff on the roofs looked like snow. Then a white guy appeared on the roof, and we began to communicate with one another. As we talked, I realized this person might have shoveled half of the white stuff off my roof. Then I believe I seen him or someone else move a big black plastic bag. Then I said something to him. Next, I seen a bus pull up from somewhere in downtown Brooklyn, and this bus appeared to have no roof. This bus was filled with black people, and these blacks I seen had filled the bus all the way to the top. This particular bus reminded me of buses I had seen in third world countries that are always filled to capacity because people still manage to find a way to catch a ride on a crowded bus, even if it meant one would have to hang on the outside of the bus in order to get to one's destination. Then I noticed some people jump off the bus because it became extremely crowded. Then I seen another bus pull up. This new bus was not crowded at all, and this bus had a roof on it. The next thing that took place in this dream was that I found myself in another subway station. I also walked around inside this station. I noticed I wore a pair of shorts and a pair of sneakers. There was a girl inside the subway station with me. She might have been alone. There were also 3 black guys before her. I think these guys talked about raping this woman. Then I woke up. The next number in this piece is the number 3. This piece is called S23FD. In the month of October 13, 2007, I recorded this dream in my dream book. I recall being inside a subway station that reminded me of an East New York subway station where there's a police station position or posted there. Then I looked or noticed a white man inside this subway, and this white man looked like a police sergeant who wore civilian clothing. Then I heard this person say out loud, "You got a tip? There's a tip? You were given a tip?" I felt someone must have given this individual a real tip about some coming event. While this man said the tip statement over and over again, then I walked away from this man, and I walked down a couple of subway steps so I could buy something from a newsstand. While I stood next to the subway's newsstand for a minute or two, I began to hear some kind of commotion take place near this subway station escalator. Then my eyes observed a group of Asian women and one Mexican man who all quickly stepped off the escalator, and then they all had ran into one of the subway's tunnels. The next and last number in this piece is the number 4. This piece is called S24SD. In the month of October 15, 2007, I recorded this dream in my dream book. I dreamt I seen people run inside the Utica Avenue train station so they could escape something that was being sprayed from above. Then I noticed this spray was some kind of acid because this spray that fell from the sky sizzled through the handrails, and it also sizzled through the hands, arms, and legs of people who could not make it into the subway fast enough. The next letter in this section is the letter T. This is section 2, letter T. There's 3 dreams in this piece that begins with the letter T. All dreams in this piece are about terrorism.